Welcome to the Michele Show.
When was the last time that you felt good in your body? Genuinely good in your body. Not managing pain, not managing anything, but just feeling good in your body. If this took a little few seconds for you to try to think about it, my friend, well, this episode is for you. I have some amazing news that I think will really help you find a way to connect your body, your brain, your mind all in one and enjoy it at the same time. This episode is definitely going to be a highlight for you. So welcome into the Michele Show. I'm delighted to have you in. We're going to be talking about both the research and also the good news of dancing. Yes, dancing. I wanted to be able to show you some of the research as well, so I'm going to make sure to take notes of this. And if you want to research it as well, please do look into it. In 2003, the New Journal of Medicine, they conducted a huge study to try to figure out what is it that actually helps reduce dementia. So they did both cognitive testing as well as activities, and they tested everything. So they tested writing, reading, cross puzzles, swimming, cycling, all these different activities that people would do to see which of them would have the highest rate of reducing dementia. And you probably guessed it if you know what this podcast is about. Yes. Can you believe that dancing came on top with 76% shows that it reduced dementia by 76%, the highest result of any of the other tests done, both for physical activities and cognitive activities. Can you believe that? And you know why? It's because dancing used both sides of the hemisphere of the brain. You're putting both parts to work at the same time. You're firing up the connectors on all sides. And you have to think about it. When you're dancing, you're thinking about movement. You're thinking about the next step. Your brain is trying to listen to the rhythm of the song. And if you're following a partner, you have to move in sequence with that. So that is an activity that your brain goes literally on fire, trying to process everything at the same times. So simultaneously, dancing benefits you greatly. Can you believe that? It's amazing. And it's something that's for free. Why are we not doing it? Why are we not using this resource? Today, I really want to encourage you, my friend, to pick up dancing. And I'm going to go back into research a little bit further on this and understanding the benefits of dancing. And like we said, your 76% reduction in dementia. And that's just one of them. They had another, so yes, basically it's your brain. How is your brain working and how can you help your brain? Dance. That's the beginning, the beginning part of it. And there's another benefit as well, chemistry. So not only are you firing your brains together when you're dancing, you're also triggering simultaneously the release of something much, much more powerful for you. You know how we always talk about cortisol and your stress levels and all of that? Well, another research found that dancing actually releases both dopamine and endorphins at the same time. So these are two things as well that you can have. And imagine that. Dopamine. You don't need to be scrolling to get that. This is a natural way of getting dopamine, which is your motivation. It helps you to find connection, to find purposes, to find positivity, possibilities. And in your endorphins, as we all know, they're also pain relief. So not only does it trigger that release of both of them simultaneously, some other activities can get one of them or the other. But when you dance, you release both of them. And the frontier in psychology found that dance and movement therapy significantly reduce pain perceptives of those living with chronic pain. And more important as well, as we know with the cortisol, another study found that in the University of Derby, that salsa dancing, even one salsa dance, may reduce your cortisol by 16% after only one dance. Imagine that. You're stressed. There's a solution for your problems. Start dancing. It's that movement, is that release of emotions. Is allowing your brain to work on both sides. Both sides of it have to work together. And when they do, it's even more powerful. So do you want that, my friend? Do you want to be able to release those endorphins and feel good feelings in your body, lower your cholesterol? I know you do. I want to myself. lower your cortisol levels, and find a way to feel joy. Dance, movement, music. Allow that to come into your life. And I wanted to go a little bit deeper than that. So here are some of the benefits, of course. Brain health, movement, physical activities also helps you releasing the dopamine, the endorphins, reducing pain perceptives, which is also important, lower your stress levels. But also you find community because we don't usually dance on our own. I mean, we can start that way, but it also gives us a little bit of hope, a little bit way of connecting with others. And that's why for me, every single week, as you know, I go for my salsa, bachata, kizomba, Latin dancing therapy, which is my therapy, my dance therapy. And it's something I do with my husband and my son. And it's been so wonderful because even though my body is in pain, you know, I live with various conditions, Lyme disease, chronic fatigue syndrome, trigeminal neuralgia. Here, I mean, if you're thinking of it, it's just tiring. But yet, to that, movement has been such a source of release for me. Not only of being able to feel connected with my body as a whole, but being able to be part of a community of other people that are like-minded, that are inspired, that are excited, that are full of joy. And those are the things that help us rebuild ourselves again. And that question in the beginning, how are you feeling in your body? And when was the last time you felt really good in your body? For me, I feel really good in my body when I'm dancing because it just completely disconnects me from what's happening or my body or my pressure or my frustration. Like, think about this. Can you play a very nice song, something that you really enjoy? And can you think about something negative at the same time? No, not possible. Because when that music comes on, that song comes out, it triggers something inside of you. It brings you back to some memories that are most of the times good memories. And you're just completely absorbed in that energy. And you're happy and excited. And you don't have time to think about your stress, about your frustration, about your pain. No, you're just elevated. And this is something we need to be able to do more for ourselves. Have more of those pockets of time of being fully, completely present, enjoying the moment, enjoying dance, enjoying a cup of tea with somebody that has some music playing. For me, Latin dancing has always been a way of putting me out of my own head and into my body in a beautiful way. And I really want to encourage you, my friends. And I want to talk to you a little bit more, about studies that have done on the blue zones, which are people that live the longest. I'm sure you've heard of this study before, but you haven't. This is the countries that people have found that live the longest. And researchers are trying to find what do they have in common. So the blue zones are Sardinia in Italy, Okinawa in Japan, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Loma Linda in California, and Ikaria in Greece. And Ikaria actually is they nicknamed the island that people forget to die because they live so long there. But what are the things that they have in common in all of these places? And I thought it was such an interesting research because they were trying to find out how do we live longer? Not only live longer, but how do we have healthier lives? And researchers found that only 20% of how we live longer is determined by our genes. 80% is determined by our lifestyles and our environment. So what are the lifestyle choices and the environment that we have around us that can help us live longer and live well? So in Ikaria, this is very interesting, that study that they did, that over 86% of people who are over 80 years old, they constantly are part of activities in their villages. And they also have these village festivals called Panigaria. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it well, but let's go with that. And they dance, they eat, they have festivities, and they come together as a group. And they enjoy the company of each other. So they're not trying to force themselves into dancing or having to be fit. No, they choose that because it's their way of living. And it's what brings them joy. And it's what brings them community. And in community, you find comfort. You find that part that embraces you. And I think it's fascinating to see these studies and see how we can do something for ourselves that's free, literally free. And it doesn't take much. A sound system maybe, earplugs if you need to, or just move, just dance, And another interesting thing about the blue zones is in Okinawa, they have the centurions, they have something called Moai, which is a group of people that commit to each other for life. And they become strong-knitted. They are there for each other. They do things together. They dance together. They eat together. They form a community. And that helps them support each other in their journey. And my friends, that's exactly what I'm inviting you to do. To think about ways that you can be proactive for your own health, for your own mental health, for your own vicinity, the people that are around you, and how you can support each other. And this is one of the easiest things you can do, including dancing, having a community of people that support you. You don't have to have 100 people that you know, having 2 or 5 people that are very close to you that you can depend on and they depend on you as well will help you get out of your shell, feel a little bit better, be part of life, choose joy instead of pain. And this is my encouragement for you today, my friends. And this week, it's going to be an awesome week, I know, because if we decide it's going to be good, it's going to be good. Despite how we're feeling, despite pain levels, despite frustration, despite problems at work, whatever it is that's bothering you right now, my friend, I want you to just stop and think about all we talked today. Think about what you're going to do for yourself, that you're going to honor yourself and help yourself have this opportunity of connect your whole brain all together, 2 sides of your hemisphere, of having the dopamine and the endorphins, lowering your cholesterol, lowering your cortisol. Cholesterol is probably good too, but lowering your cortisol and having you move. Look, it could be in the kitchen if you need to. It could be in the bathroom if you need to. Play a song and just allow yourself to move. It doesn't need to be a long thing. So my ask for you this week, my friend, and a commitment for yourself. Number 1, choose one song today and just play it. Just play a song. And if you can't play a complete song, just move to it. Even if you're sitting down, your arms are going up and down, just by following the melody of the song, you're allowing your body to feel that presence. And it's a rich medicine for you. And it's free. It's the best prescription I could give you, my friends. It is a free thing you can do. So put in a song today. Number 2, this is your takeaway as well. Choose a song that lifts you up. So when you're having a really bad day, you can have that song chosen. So call it your anchor song, whatever it is. For me, it would be Latin dancing, kizomba to be specific. And for me, kizomba would just completely connect me to another dimension and take me away from where I am. And 3, my friend, choose joy. Choose to connect with music at least twice a week, even if it's for 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes, twice a week. That's not much, 20 minutes in the week. Just start with that. And then you see how you feel. Allow your body to feel all those feelings. Make note of that and let that grow with you and let that propel you forward. Go find music, go find dance, go allow yourself to be part of this community of people that are trying to not only live and survive, but thrive. That's my encouragement for you today, my friends. And if this has helped you, I ask that you please share it with somebody else. Take a picture. Show me what you've been up to. What song are you going to be dancing to? Any movement, tag me on my Instagram, Miss Roy's, or connect with me or subscribe for the channel in YouTube or wherever you listen to the podcast as well. Let's do it. Let's have a beautiful life, my friends. And remember, we can still have a healthy life and live long and healthy if we make the right choices. So may God bless and keep you. And until next time, till next week, bye for now.
This was the Michele Roy Show.